Hey there, Steelers Nation. Flip Fisher, staff writer for BehindTheSteelCurtain.com. What I'm going to bring you today is a little film breakdown of Devlin Hodges from the Sunday night Chargers-Steelers game. Steelers took to the road. Now, on the outside, Hodges making his first start. Nobody knew what to expect. And then you actually look at his box score, and it looks okay, I guess. 15 of 20 for 132 yards, which is pretty low. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 8 yards rushing. Now, they did score on 3 of 10 drives, but that's also kind of misleading. 2 of those drives were kneel downs before half and at the end of the game. And then there was 4 punts during the game. Now, before I get into breaking down the tape, let me ask you to please give me a thumbs up on the video, if you would. It's if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe, because I do put content up here on the channel that does not go to Behind the Steel Curtain. And be sure to ring that bell to get notified when I do put up content or when I go live. I do plan on going live at least once a week. All right, let's hop into the game film now. The first play, I did not use the all-22 because the all-22 really didn't show much. This is a pretty baffling throw, and I still scratch my head over it. You saw that before Hodges threw the ball, that Juju was already starting to make a little break from him. Getting a little separation. But Hodges underthrows it badly. This could have been a touchdown pass. Now, was it an underthrow? Was it an intentional back shoulder throw? And maybe him and Juju weren't on the same page? I'm going to go with it. It was just a bad underthrow. Now, another funny thing that I didn't quite understand is Juju, where's his second arm? Why did he get it trapped behind the cornerback there? I found that pretty interesting. So we got 3rd and 11. And here's another play that I don't like. It's just training wheels plays like this that drive me nuts. Why Hodges does not give this play more time to develop is beyond me. Now, you look at this. He's already throwing. We got wide receivers just cutting into their breaks. Holton not even turned around. And another wide receiver about ready to make his break. Now, that's the frustrating part because got a man wide open here. I know it's 3rd and 11. I know the kid's young. This is something I didn't see out of him last Sunday against Baltimore. I saw him going through progressions. I saw him waiting for plays to develop. But he waits a little longer, and this corner gets cleared out. Easy first down. You'll see here that, there's just no pressure. And he's almost locked onto him. Here's a 3rd and 4 play. Now, if you look at this, it's a quick pass, bit of progression, but I think the progression might be more of looking at Juju to sell the pick on the play. And he's not actually going to throw it to Juju. Juju makes a great pick here. Legal. Because he was actually turning to the ball. Easy pickup for a first down. It kind of reminded me a nice safe play like on the inside the 10 on the McDonald throw last week. Nice safe throw. Now here's another 3rd and 4. Now, what I don't like about this, again, is where's the progression? You'll see that a little more in the second view of it. Now, Juju makes a great block here to actually spring him for that extra yard. The 2nd and 8. Good progression, but he really needed the weight on the play. And again, the drifting back that he makes, and you'll see that in the play here. And I'll point that out. And that's one thing I pointed out in the Baltimore game was the drifting back. Drifting back. That's really has to be fixed. And one of the commenters last week brought it up about him seeing over the line. And that very well could be it. But you'll see the good progression. He starts out on the right side, quickly shifts to the left. I like seeing that type of progression. And that's the type of progression I saw last week in Baltimore. Now, this is the play that I said, oh, get down, slide. And he didn't. That's something you don't want to see out of your quarterback. Especially, your 4th-string quarterback, realistically. You got to slide. Or dive out of bounds. Don't do that. We got a 3rd and 6 again. And you'll see some good progression here. I just didn't see enough of good progression out of out of Hodges this past week. Seen some good progression. And when I first saw this play live, I was frustrated because of it being 3rd and 6, and he checks down. But if you look at it, who else does he have to throw to? He doesn't. Holton, of course, is not turned around. Neither one of the wide receivers are open. That'd be a really pretty tough throw there. Wide open. Maybe could have waited a bit longer on the play. Not going to nitpick that one too bad. And Connor did all the rest. Got the first down. So I guess in the end, that's what matters, right? Here's another 3rd down, 3rd and 7. You'll see what I really like here from Hodges is avoiding a bad throw. Now, this was another play that I was a bit frustrated on because it was another third down. And he hits the check down. Now, he could have waited maybe a bit longer on this play and probably should have waited a bit longer. Didn't really have a lot of pressure, but could he have hit Johnson over the middle? Would that made of any difference? Because if you see Johnson, he gets clear there. Now, Duck had space to move up in the pocket. But again, Connor makes the tackler miss. Being a little harsh on that, well, maybe. But you see right there, Johnson's open. Here's a 1st and 5. It's just going to be a quick dump out to Connor, where he feels the pressure and then sees the pressure coming off the left side. Doesn't panic. Doesn't make a bad pass. Just simply checks down. And this is where he might be going through progression right here. Looking to there's the defender. Dumps it off. I like the play. I thought it was a headsy play. This is 2nd and 7. And this is one of my favorite plays of the night right here. I think he shows some arm strength. And I think he shows the timing of the play. Now, Johnson took a hit, but welcome to a slot wide receiver in the NFL. Hodges he's going to be throwing to a spot. It's all timing. Getting ready to throw. You don't even see Johnson in the frame yet. Ball's out of his hand. There's Johnson. I thought that was one of his best plays, if not the best play of the night. 3rd and 6. Now, this is where he turns around and arguably the worst play of the night. One that was just as baffling as the very first one to Juju. Maybe even more. No pressure. No pressure here. 3rd and 6. No pressure. Granted, they were offsides, but did he even catch that? Why the quick throw? Didn't really. That defender, he could have easily rolled out to the right side. I mean, the pass was nowhere near. I think the worst pass I've seen, probably the worst pass I've seen him throw in the game and a half. Sure, he's got a defender in his face, but he's not really that much into his face. He's got a little time. I think he could have done a lot different there. Now, this is what I'm actually going to call the best play of the night. This is where Pouncey thinks that Duck Hodges is 3 inches tall and going to snap it right to his chest at being 3 inches tall. Now, some people have talked during the week about, well, Pouncey's used to snapping to somebody 6'5". Well, he just sent it 3 inches above the turf. That has no bearing on this. Plus, he also snapped to Michael Vick and Bruce Gradkowski, who were 6 foot and 6'1", same height as Devlin Duck Hodges. But what I really liked was the headsy play here. The no panic. Wham! Oh boy, how many people would have jumped on that right there? How many quarterbacks would have just hopped on that? or bumbled picking it up. I'm going to give him a lot of kudos. And then he gets outside of the tackle box, and he doesn't throw it away. I mean, he throws it away, but he airmails it, because if you don't get it close to the marker, you're going to get intentional grounding. Now this is a 2nd and 10. Now this is where everybody hooted and hollered about Dante Moncrief actually making a catch instead of dropping it, even though up until this year he had 10 career drops. Another timing play. Now, people are going to criticize him for the placement of the ball. I guess you can nitpick. I'm not going to nitpick that. It was still in the vicinity. He didn't throw it to the defender side, so I'm happy with that. It was a nice timing throw. Now, here is the interception. I'm going to stop it right. Watch his feet a little bit. He just doesn't look like he gets into throwing it. Just didn't look like he had the full throwing motion. Didn't look like his upper body came through. Now, that being said, I'm going to show you the other aspect of this, which is Johnny Holton. Hodges is throwing to a spot, and Holton has no fight to him whatsoever to get to the ball, and just gets the safety gets to the ball first. So Holton's got to be getting there. I'm going to lay this as much, if not probably more, on Holton than I will Hodges. I think Hodges kind of rainbowed it a bit, and maybe that's a bit of his arm strength. Maybe, like I was talking about, he didn't really look like he followed through that much. Could it be mechanic issues that might have people question his arm strength? But definitely blame has to go on Holton as well. You want to call it 50-50? You want to blame Hodges more? You want to blame Holton more? Let me know in the comments section, both on the website and on YouTube. Who is to blame on this? Do I want to see more of Hodges in the future? Well, I do, but not in the regular season. There was some really good things I liked about tonight, but there was also things I didn't like tonight. He went through some progression. He did some timing, and I like seeing some of that. But then there was also the impatience in the pocket, not letting plays develop. And let's face it, Rudolph was a 3rd-round pick for a reason. The NFL saw a lot more out of Rudolph than they did out of Hodges. And some people think I bash on Hodges, or bash on Rudolph. Think I'm not a Rudolph fan. Well, I'm not a Rudolph fan. I don't dislike Rudolph. I see him as a 3rd-round quarterback who's played like a 3rd-round quarterback. Now, what I saw out of Duck Hodges tonight, I keep calling him Duck Hodges, is I saw maybe a 5th or 6th rounder. I didn't see an undrafted rookie free agent. He made some heady plays. Maybe even a 4th rounder. Maybe, maybe I'll even go 4th rounder because he did look better than Joshua Dobbs did last year in Oakland. Yeah, I'll give him some props. I thought he looked good. I thought he looked good at times. He did not embarrass himself. But for the foreseeable future, I want to see Mason Rudolph. I want to see what we have in him. I want to see if he'll develop into our backup quarterback or possibly the face of the franchise. I think that's a long ways away. I really do. But I don't think it's, I'm not going to shut the door on him either. Like I did, I shut the door on Dobbs. But that's where I stand. I don't hate Rudolph. I do want to see more of him. If Rudolph goes down again, I'm perfectly happy having Hodges come in. I thought he did just fine for his first start. Okay. Well, that's it. We'll see what happens with Rudolph in about a week and a half. Maybe we'll only see Hodges in the preseason next year. All right. Well, be sure to give me a thumbs up if you actually did like this video. Be sure to subscribe. And be sure to ring that bell to get notified when I go live or put up some new content. All right, this has been Flip Fisher, staff writer for BehindTheSteelCurtain.com. Until next time, laters.